everybody. Lindsay Wilson here from Positive Performance and the Mindset Coach Academy. And today I'm on with Amy Oliphant. And Amy's been in our program for a while, actually the second time going through the Mindset Coach Academy. And Amy, I'd like everybody to find out a little bit about you. We've done other case studies on you. We've done a magazine on you because of your amazing transformation into a mindset coach with a thriving business. But just tell us a little bit about what you're doing now. And then I really want to go into the transformation you've had through the program.
All right. So currently I am a mindset coach. I have my own business called Transcend Mental Training, based out of here, a north suburb of Chicago. Right now, I'm mainly working with swimmers, but I'm working with also have my hands in with a lot of other teams and just continually working on growing my business, and it's getting stronger and better every day.
Nice. So let's talk, what we really want to focus on is you and the transformation that you've had. Obviously, one of our principles is the first life you change is your own, which I know can be really hard for people when they first want to jump into being a mindset coach. They want to start helping other people right away. But talk to us about that transformation, sort of where you started and where you are now. What has that been like on a personal level, really?
So I think when I first got involved with the Mindset Coaching Academy, I got into it because I've had a passion for coaching. I've always had a passion for the mental side.
And you were a swim coach at that time, right?
Coach at that time, but I've coached all my life, whether it's tennis or swimming. I've always been involved in coaching, and I've always had that passion for the mental side of things. So when I first got involved with MCA, it was more to add to my coaching toolbox and to expand my knowledge of mental coaching, of mindset, of mental training, and really with no intention of going out on my own and starting my own business. But once I got involved with that and started working on it, I realized that I really loved it more than I thought, and that perhaps that was really what I was meant to do. And over time, I've gotten a better focus. I've become more confident in myself and my ability to work with athletes on mental training. And in the course, I'm determined that I'm going to do something really positive and really big, and not sure what that is yet, but just I've got this gut feeling that something big's going to happen out of all this. So and that's been fun for me.
Tell me a little bit more about that. I mean, you said you were trying to figure out another word than calling, but you were also talking to a friend. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Tell me that story.
Right. So, just a couple weeks ago, I was, talking to a friend. In fact, she hadn't realized that I had started my own business. I hadn't seen her in a while. And we were talking, and she's actually an entrepreneur herself, and kind of took a huge leap of faith and started her own marketing company. And she was talking, she just wrote this book called, it's called The Feminine Revolution. So, but she was at a book signing and was saying how she just knew that that was kind of her calling. And she had said to a friend that she was going to write a book, and she didn't know what it was going to be about. And so we were kind of exchanging stories. I said, it's so funny that you say that, because I just started my own business, and I'm doing this mental training. And she was like, that's great, that's perfect for you, that's what you that's what you should have been doing all your life. I said, yeah, I kind of feel that too. And I said, it's funny because I'm going to do something big with it too.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. And she's like, go for it. She's like, just keep following your path and you're going to figure it out. So
yeah. I just got goosebumps. I think one of the things I've seen in you, and, I think in the beginning, like you said, you weren't quite sure how you were going to use it. And you're, it seems to me, at least as a coach, you've just been I don't want to say slow and steady, but you've been steady, you just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and then you see these opportunities and you're open to all of it. And I don't know if that's your experience too, but it just seems like you just keep going, it's like a marathon, not a sprint.
I think there's a lot of truth to that. I think that, Yeah, I think it's I shouldn't say it's been slow, but yeah, it's just been steady, and it's just been about my own personal growth. When particularly when we started this last MCA class, when we had our kind of yearly goal, my word was growth.
Mhm.
Um, and that's kind of what it's always been. It's just kind of putting that one step foot in front of the other, working towards that goal. Although, like I said, I know it's a big goal. I'm just not quite 100% sure what that huge goal is. But if
Yeah.
I keep growing every day and expanding that toolbox, I'm going to figure it out. And I think it's just that confidence. I think, even in the last 6 months, since we started the second MCA course, I've become more focused and more confident in what I'm doing. And I think that's just allowed me just to keep pressing forward and keep working towards it. And just I know that the work's going to pay off somewhere down the line.
Well, it
Um,
already is paying off, right? I mean, you have clients that you're working with regularly. You're building your business. Tell me about where you are right now with your business.
right now, I've got a couple of athletes that I'm working with, kind of as a side gig. This just happened this week. I had a couple parents approach me and ask if I would do a dry land mental training camp with their kids for about 5 or 6 camps this summer. Um,
Perfect.
the swim club's gotten so big that they haven't had time to do dry land training, and so they approached me if I would do a combo thing with them. So us putting that together.
So tell me about that. Like, I mean, going from not really knowing how you were going to use this or thinking you were just going to use it kind of for free with your existing athletes, and then you stopped being a coach because you realized this was your focus. And then tell me what that was like to get your first paying client, especially since that wasn't your intention in the beginning, and now you have people paying you to do this. Tell me what that felt like.
It's a great feeling. It's nice to see the hard work pay off. It's great to be making money off of it. In fact, I never thought that that's what I would be doing,
Yeah,
right? So it certainly is always nice to have the income for
I'm
sure.
sure
But
your husband's happy. He's like, "Woo!"
exactly, it's my spending money. Um, but yeah, it's a good feeling to get paid, but I do think the even better feeling is to watch the success of the athletes that you work with and seeing them transform as athletes,
Mhm.
and not only as athletes but as people, and see them grow as a person.
Yeah, and so the last 4 months, you stepped into the second round. You actually became one of our coaches within the Mindset Coach Academy because you had graduated before, and now you're really one of our trainers within. I mean, you're kind of stepping into student role and coach role. Tell me what that transformation has been like for you to sort of bump up to then actually teaching this to other coaches, because you've been such a huge part of the Mindset Coach Academy this last cohort. But how has that helped you kind of step into that?
One, I've loved it. I've loved working with other coaches, and passing on what I've learned. I think just being able to answer questions and to be a support system to other people that have the same passion as I do has been huge. It's I've learned from them just as much as they've learned from me, because every experience, everything you do is a learning experience, right? So my mind is always open to learning from others, but um, again, I think it's been a huge confidence booster for me. It's given me, um, empowered's not the right word. It's just I've grown as a person. I've just become more confident. And again, it's made that whatever that burning inside of me, it's just reinforced that I'm going to do something really good with this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's given me, I don't know, again, I feel like there's just so many directions out there that I just got to keep plugging away. And as you say, keep putting that one foot in front of the other and keep plugging towards it, that something's going to pan out.
I
So
love that fire has grown in you. Like, it was there when you first started, but that the more you do it, the more that fire gets hotter,
Without a doubt. And even working, I never thought, I always had a connection with the athletes that I've worked with, but I do feel a huge connection to the to your clients that I've been working with, and to the other students in the Mindset Coaching Academy. I feel like I've got a good connection with them, and that I can work with that type of, in that capacity, as well as just with athletes, that, that I can coach coaches on this as well, which has been huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's such a bond when, even as a coach, you're growing with them. Like,
Right.
these transformational experiences, you have a huge, huge bond. It's really, and I agree. I mean, as a coach, you get so much out of it, and it challenges you in new ways and all that. Okay. So last question. What have other people noticed? I mean, you've stepped into this now, you're out with friends saying, I'm a business owner, I'm a mindset coach. Whereas before, I knew you wouldn't have said that in the beginning, even when you were first getting certified. But what does your husband notice? I mean, you have 4 kids. Do you have a busy life? Like, what have your kids noticed? What is the thing that, like, how is Amy sort of from the outside? I mean, internally is the most important, of course, but from the outside, I think it's also often important to recognize what people that know you and love you the most have noticed.
I think they see kind of the same things that I'm feeling. They see that I'm happier, for sure. Not that I wasn't happy coaching, and I mean, because I miss that. I miss being on deck, but I'm home. I've got my own hours. I've got my own time set aside. So I get to do what I want to do on my own time, which does make me happier. I'm just much more content and settled. Like, it's kind of like, I know what I want to do. I'm moving in the right direction, and life is good.
Yeah.
It's giving me time to spend more time with my husband, which he loves. It's giving me time to spend time with my kids, which I think they like. I certainly like it. So it's opened up a lot of different doors that have allowed me to be confident and to be happy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and not that I wasn't before. That sounds
Right.
bad,
Yeah.
but
I know what you mean.
different. Just content, like, just in a good way, just relaxed and good.
Well, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So
Yes.
everything changes when that happens. So, well, Amy, I know big things are happening for you. Your business is thriving and growing all the time. And I know you're out there all the time hustling. I think that's the other thing, right? Like, you've just been, like, feet on the pavement, talking to people, networking, business development. And so you're just going to continue with that. And of course, I'm here to support you, and very happy that you're able to share your story, and very proud that you're a positive performance certified coach as well.
Awesome.
Thanks, Amy.
No,
Talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.